Hello, people of God. I have a really exciting message to share to you from the Lord today. And I'm so excited. So let's get into it and let's start. So I'm reading off of Isaiah chapter 12 through 13. So we're first starting off with a message about Babylonia. Here is the vision about Babylonia that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw. So basically, in this chapter, Isaiah has a message from the Lord, basically saying that the king that is ruling has not taken into consideration others, and he's been like a tyrant, and he's been hurting God's people. And the Lord is saying he's gonna put an end to the suffering. So here, the Lord will. I'm sorry, Isaiah chapter 13, I believe verse 2 through 5. Nations will help Israel return to their own land. People from other nations will belong to Israel. They will serve them as male and female servants in the Lord's land. The Israelites will make prisoners of those who had held them as prisoners. They will rule over those who had crushed them. The Lord will put an end to Israel's suffering and trouble. They won't be slaves anymore. They will make fun of the king of Babylonia. They will say, "See how the one who crushed others has fallen. See how his anger has come to an end. The Lord has taken away the authority of evil people." So, right now, if you're facing troubles, if you've been facing persecution from the enemy, if the enemy has been sending people to come against you because of who you serve, because of who we serve, then the Father is saying, "I'm going to put an end to the suffering, and He is going to vindicate you. He is going to vindicate you for all the years that the enemy has been coming against you. But do not think it was for nothing. The Lord has been preparing a place for you, a place of blessings. Especially if you heard the Lord tell you that you are coming into your promised land, then this message is for you. And take it back to the Lord. Take it back to the Lord and ask the Father, is this message for me? But God is saying, I'm going to put an end to your suffering. And in Isaiah chapter 13, verse 7, it states, "All of the lands now enjoy peace and rest." Then further down it says, "You have become weak, just as we are." So you are going to enter into a season of rest. It is here. If you've been triumphing, if you've been struggling, if you've been holding God's hand saying, "God, please take me through this. Please, I need rest. I'm tired. I'm weak." Today I felt tired. I felt weak. I felt so weak, but I kept going on with my day. And I feel that maybe many of you are feeling weak, but God is saying, keep going. Keep going. Do not give up. The promised land, the blessings, what I told you is about to come to pass. It is almost here. Keep going. Keep going and trust me. Have I never God, I think God is saying, have I never fulfilled what I have said I'm going to fulfill? Have I never fulfilled what I have said I'm going to fulfill? God is saying, look at my character. I am not one that I shall lie. I'm not like men. I am not a man that I shall lie. I speak, God is saying, I speak truth, and I will come forth and I will deliver you from your oppressors, and I'm going to bring forth everything that I've promised you. Now is the time. Now is the time. And you're so close. Don't give up. Don't give up, especially if you're right at the brink. Right at the brink. God is saying, do not give up. It's almost time. If you have already not entered your promised land or the blessings that God has said that He has for you. Now, Isaiah chapter 14. Let me see. Chapter 14, verse 25. Now, here Isaiah has a message for Assyria. In verse 25 it says, "I will crush the Assyrians in my land." Right now God is saying, I'm getting ready to crush your enemies. I'm getting ready to crush the head of the snake, the devil. Any plans that he has to come against you, any plans that he has to take you away from God's will, to take you away from what God has promised you, to hinder you, to delay you. God is saying, I'm coming, I'm bringing the angel, and delay is over. Delay is over. He is going to crush the head of the snake. He is coming in full power to vindicate you and to bring the blessings to you. Now, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 30. Even the poorest people in Israel will have plenty to eat. Those who are in need will lie down in safety. And then we go a little bit down around verse 32. What answer should be given to the messengers from that nation? Tell them, the Lord has made Zion secure. His suffering people will find safety there. God is getting ready to bring you safety. He's getting you ready to lie down near green pastures. He is getting ready to bring you to your vindication season. He is getting ready to deliver you. He is getting ready to bring you and exalt you, to crown you, to shine his glory on you. He's getting ready. And let me see. Again, if you're feeling weak, God is saying, I'm right here. We're almost there. I'm going to be your best friend. I'm going to hold your hand. We're going to get through this. I'm your father. Lean on me. Cry to me. It's okay. I'm here to comfort you. I'm here to comfort you. Everything's going to be okay. We're going to make it past the finish line. I didn't bring you this far to give up on you. I didn't bring you this far to leave you. We're going to make it through. You haven't come this far just to give up. Any of you guys are thinking that it's not going to happen, just know God is not a man that he shall lie. He is not a man. He speaks truth. And even if it looks like it's not coming, just know God did some of his greatest miracles when it looked like it wasn't going to happen. For example, when he brought water in the desert and he said it wasn't going to rain, just water appeared. God is the God of the impossible. And that's how you know, because all glory will go to God when that thing that looked impossible that you couldn't do on your own comes to pass. All glory to God. All glory to God. All glory is going to go to God. And when the season of blessing comes, you will know who to thank and you will know who to tell people who did it for you. You're going to say, God, the God of Israel, did it for me. He did it for me because it looked impossible, but he is the God of the impossible. He is the creator, holy, beautiful creator. He is our Father, and he came through, and he's going to come through time and time again, just like how he did in the past. Isaiah chapter 16, verse 2. The women of Moab are at the places where people go across the Arnon River. They are like birds that flap their wings when they are pushed from their nest. Now, this immediately, I saw the word bird and wings, and it instantly brought me to this verse. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. We're right there. We're in Isaiah chapter 16. So, Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. You may be feeling tired right now, but lean on God. Lean on God, and he's going to renew your strength, and he's going to make you soar like an eagle. You're going to soar. You're going to fly. Get ready. Get ready, because when we lean on God, he's the one that gives us strength. So get ready for a power boost from the Lord. And again, Isaiah chapter 16, verse 4 through 5. Let those who have run away from Moab stay with you. Keep them safe from those who are trying to destroy them. Those who crush others will be destroyed. The killing will stop. The attackers will disappear from the earth. A man from the royal house of David will sit on Judah's throne. God is getting ready to crush your enemies. He is getting ready to crush the head of the snake. He is getting ready to stop delay. He is getting ready to bring your blessings. And a man from the royal house of David will sit on Judah's throne. This caught my eye. We know David, and we know how God brought him from the pit to vindication. So David was a sheep herder, and his family kind of saw him like, oh, it's just David, he's the sheep herder. They didn't really think of much of him or that much would come from him. But God promoted him and brought him up. He went from being a sheep herder to going into the palace. He became king. And God is getting ready to vindicate you. Maybe you've been through a lot. Maybe you've been through some things with your family. Maybe you've been the black sheep. Maybe you've been pushed to the side. Maybe people are thinking and say, nothing's going to come of her. Nothing good can come from her. Maybe because of your past or sins that you've been diving into. If you've been addicted to drugs, and someone is saying, oh, you're always going to be addicted to drugs, you're going to go back to it. You're going to go back to that sin. You're going to go back to the place where you were fallen. You're going to go back. I'm saying the Lord has declared victory. You are not to go back to the past because you serve a mighty God, and God is going to give you that strength to keep going forward, to not go back. Do not go back. Do not go back. And God is going to strengthen you. God is going to strengthen you. He will deliver you from Egypt. He's going to deliver you. And he has, because victory is here. Victory is here. And I believe your bloodline is going to be blessed because of your obedience. Just like how David was obedient to God, how he devoted his life to God. Your bloodline is going to be blessed through your obedience. You are glorifying the God of Israel, the one true God. And through this, you are going to fall into his will. God is going to bring the will that he has for your life right to you. Right to you. Your bloodline is going to be blessed. The children, the blessings God has for you, it's all going to fall in line, and it's all going to be according to his will. And that is why your bloodline is going to be blessed, and you are blessed. God is getting ready to bless you. And let me see. Maybe right now you're right here in Isaiah chapter 16. I highlighted this verses around verses 9 through 10. Jazer sobs over the vines of Sibma, and so do I. Heshbon and Elilah. I soak you with my tears. There isn't any ripe fruit for people to shout about. There isn't any harvest to make them happy. Joy and gladness are taken away from the orchards. Maybe right now, or maybe you've been through a season of struggle, a period of time where you've been sad, a period of time where you've been struggling. But just know you serve a mighty God, a God of vindication, and he's going to repay you for all those years that you lost. And know that it wasn't in vain. He is preparing you for your next season. And a lot of the times God will take us through struggles and through problems so that we can be the light for others, and that so that we may help others. For example, God told me that the reason why I've gone through certain struggles is so that I may help others. And today I was able to put that into practice. I saw a young girl, she came to me, we spoke. I'm not going to get into the details, but we spoke and I was able to help her through an issue. And I glory to God because I wanted to be a living sacrifice for God. And maybe many of you feel that way. You're saying, God, use me in a powerful way. And God is gonna he's his glory is gonna shine down on you. His will for your life is gonna shine down on you. He's gonna bring you through struggles so that you can help others, and so that his will for your life and for the will of others may be fulfilled for you and those around you that you are meant to help. Now Isaiah chapter 17 through no yes Isaiah chapter 17 verse 13 through 14. It sounds like the roar of rushing waters. But when the Lord speaks out against them, they run far away. The wind blows them away like straw on the hills. In the evening, the nations terrify us. God's wind is getting ready to come. He's going to pass by you and he's going to bring the blessings. Our blessings are en route. Blessings are en route in that you are going to have blessings. The wind of change is coming. A breeze is going to come. A wind of the Lord is coming to bring you blessings, and it's going to cause a change. A change is coming. The wind, as the blessings are coming over your house, over you, your enemies are going to be knocked down. The head of the snake is going to be crushed. Vindication is coming. Vindication is coming, people of God. Vindication is coming. Gonna blow away your enemies right out of the water. The head of the snake, the head of the enemy will be crushed. No more delay. No more delay. He is getting ready to bring you. He's getting ready to vindicate you. Restore the lost years. Restore the lost years, Father. Pay us double for our troubles. Double for our troubles. And Isaiah chapter 18, verse 7. At the time, gifts will be brought to the Lord who rules over all. And the word gifts was highlighted to me. Blessings and gifts are on their way. They're coming. And God has gifts for you. He has gifts for you, and He wants to bless you. He wants to bring the blessings to you. And He has gifts for you. And you are blessed. You are blessed because you serve a mighty God. You serve the God of Israel. Even though you've gone through your troubles, even though you don't see the blessings here yet, you've remained faithful. And I believe God sometimes causes some time to pass before our blessings to test the heart. And it's beautiful. You are loyal to God. You have served Him well. You are going to continue to serve Him. You love Him. You love Him, and God desires to have that relationship with us. And He brings us through times, even though He brings us through hard times, and He wants to build that relationship with us. And I just know your heart is in good standing. Your heart is pure. And God, even if you have some troubles, God is going to continue to refine you. But you love the Father. You've never left His side. You guys are like His best friend. You're like His best friend. You guys are best friends, kind of in that way. I know that one song from Woody, "You've Got a Friend in Me," and I think about that, and I think about God, and I'm like, God is my best friend. So I really genuinely feel that if you have not left God at this time, even though you've been through so much, you have that relationship with Him, and He loves you, and you love Him. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. He's getting ready to bless you. Okay. Isaiah chapter 22, verse 18. This is Isaiah has a message about Jerusalem from the Lord. I believe I said verse 17 or 18. Verse 18. He will roll you up tightly like a ball. He will throw you into a very large country. There you will die. And there the chariots you are so proud of will remain. You bring shame on your master's family. The Lord will remove you from your job. You will be brought down from your high position. Now, I want to share with you guys a dream that I had a couple of months ago. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember what I heard. I heard a mighty voice coming down, and I heard it say, "The first will be last, and the last shall be first." I believe it was that same day or the next day. I went to I went to meet my grandmother's care receiver. It was my grandmother's friend. And this mighty woman of God, she served in the church. She's a beautiful lady. Beautiful lady. And she served in the church, and there's sometimes she got in a car accident and she couldn't really move her lower half. She struggled, she was in pain. Her close family kind of went away from her. She lost her husband. She was going through struggles. And also, I believe in prophetic numbers. Prophetic numbers are from the Lord. No angel numbers, prophetic numbers from the Lord. Prophetic numbers from the Lord. And I saw 611, and often God speaks to me through prophetic numbers. So right now I want to look up what that number means. Let's see. 611 Strong's Concordance. Definition. I didn't plan this. Look. To answer, usage, I answer or reply. Take up the conversation. So I had just had that dream, and I believe I was wondering, why did I dream that? Or something like that. And I believe God gave me the answer. This mighty woman of God has been through a lot, and she serves the Lord. She served the Lord. She really did. She devoted her life, and she was doing biblical studies. She was studying. She was still studying, even though she was at an older age. She never forgot about the Lord. even through her struggles. And the Lord is saying, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Now we go on to Isaiah chapter 22, verse 22. The Lord will give Eliakim the key of authority in David's royal house. No one can shut what he opens, and no one can open what he shuts. The Lord will set him firmly in place like a peg that is driven into a wall. He will hold a position of honor in his family. The good name of his whole family will depend on him. So in this part, um Eliakim is going to be sent. He is the son of Hilkiah. The Lord will put your robe on Eliakim. He will tie your belt around him. He will hand your authority over to him. So Eliakim is getting ready to come, be appointed by God. And he is going to bring position of honor to his family. And God is going to exalt him. And maybe you've been the black sheep of your family and you've been pushed aside, and maybe people think you're not going to amount to anything, but God is getting ready to exalt you. God is getting ready to exalt you. And you're going to bring honor to your family. Now this reminds me of Joseph. This reminds me of Joseph. Joseph had a dream. Let's see. Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him all the more. He said to them, "Listen to this dream I had. We were binding sheaves of grain out in the field when suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright, while your sheaves gathered and bowed down to it." And then his brothers got mad at him and were like, "What? Do you intend to reign over us?" And then he said, and then sometime later, then he had another dream. And he told it to his brothers. "Listen," he said, "I had another dream. And this time the sun and the moon and the 11 stars were bowing down to me." And then this made his family more mad. And then Joseph ended up getting sold out by his brothers. But what I'm trying to get across here is that God is going to exalt you. Your glory is going to shine. And it's going to, I believe your family is going to take notice. The people around you are going to take notice. And Joseph was exalted by God. He was exalted by God, and he became ruler over the land. He became ruler over the land, and God brought him up. And I believe he was second to Pharaoh, second only to King Pharaoh. So Joseph was one of the 12 tribes of Israel, a son of Jacob and his wife Rachel, known as the righteous one. He was favored by his father, who gave him a special colored coat, and sold by his brothers to Egypt, where he ultimately became ruler of the land, second only to King Pharaoh. Now I want to say really quick. If you've gone through struggles, it is not in vain. Trust me, it is not in vain. Trust God. It is not in vain. He did not take you this far just to leave you. He did not take Joseph that far just to leave him in the pit. He did not take him that far just to leave him. You're on your way. You're almost there. Keep going. Keep going. Keep fighting. Keep going. And I want to I there's this song from The Lion King. It's called The Circle of Life. The Circle of Life. And I want to read to you the lyrics. It's a good song. It's the circle of life, and it moves us all through despair and hope, through faith and love, till we find our place on the path unwinding in the circle of life. It's the circle of life, and it moves us all through despair and hope. Despair and hope. You may be in despair, but you've got that little hope in you. Through faith in God and love, till we find our place on the path unwinding in the circle. So you've gone through this journey. You've gone through this journey holding God's hand, holding his hand, never giving up, because God has always given you that strength. You're going to find your place. It is almost time. It is almost time. It's almost time to be seated in glory next to the Father, next to Jesus Christ. Your time is coming. He has prepared a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Get ready, people of God. Get ready. Get ready. This is so exciting. He's prepared a table for you. And this is amazing. So in this video where the song comes in The Lion King, um I want to first note that there's a bird and he's soaring. So again, get ready. Lean on God for the strength for that final push before you come into the breakthrough. You're on the brink of breakthrough for your next season, for your season of blessings. Your season of blessings is coming. I just want to shout. I want to shout. It's so exciting. I'm so excited for you guys. So excited. A lot of us are on the same journey, and I'm just excited for you. I'm very excited for you. But back to the point. So there was a bird soaring. I'm sorry, it cut off, but in The Lion King, the father is getting ready to show everybody who the next ruler is, who the next king is. And he gives his son to the monkey, and the monkey raises him up, and the animals bow down to him. The animals bow down to him. So God is getting ready to exalt you in front of everybody, in front of everybody, in front of your closest friends and family. He's getting ready to exalt you. And then in the video of the Lion King, the clouds, the clouds separate and the sun shines down on him. God is getting ready to shine his glory on you. He is getting ready to shine his glory on you. Everybody was gonna know. Nobody did it but God. Nobody did it but God. The impossible happened because of God, the God of Israel, our Father. He is coming through. One last message. So here Isaiah is saying a message about Tyre from the Lord. And I want to go to chapter 23, verse 7. Just look at Tyre. It's no longer the old city that was known for its wild parties. It no longer sends its people out. And with this I heard, in with the new, out with the old. In with the new, out with the old. God is getting ready to bring you new blessings, a new start. Maybe He is calling you to move to a new place. Get ready for the new and out with the old. Do not go back to the past. God is going to give you that strength. Lean on Him to not go back to the former things. When the Israelites were being delivered from Egypt, they said, "Man, I want to go back. I want to go back. We had it better. We had it better." But God is saying, "No, I've got even better. I've got the best for you because you are my child. You are my sons and daughters, princesses and princes. You are my everything," just like how a father says, just like how our fathers or any father figure see their daughters as princesses. They see them so beautifully. God is wanting to crown you, and He sees you, and He's getting ready to bring you the new. And you've gone through the fire. You've gone through the fire, and God is going to reward you. You never gave up on Him. You will never give up on Him. It's time for blessings. God bless you, people of God.